Australia, we're witnessing one of the biggest movements away from the Liberal Party I've ever seen. I mean, it's basically an exodus. Now, for those of you that haven't been keeping tabs, it's my job to keep tabs. I've been watching all of these massive names in political parties, especially the Liberal Party, leave the major party. It's been absolutely insane. Scott Morrison is not going to have a party base left. It's amazing to watch. You've had people in recent weeks like former Liberal Party MP Ross Cameron. We've had the guy that wrote "Make the Liberal Party Great Again." He was trying to reform the Liberal Party. John Ruddick leave the party. I've actually interviewed John before. He's left it. He says it's a failed hope. And on top of that, you've got professors, you've got people like Tina McQueen that are leaving the party. These names may mean nothing to you, but just listen to the fear that is going on right now. This is absolutely amazing, and I can't believe I'm seeing it. It's quite beautiful to watch.
What feedback are you getting?
Well, they're not going to have a job, Alan. I have been inundated with members desperate to leave the Liberal Party. They've had enough. And the attempted silencing of contrarian views re-lockdown is terrifying. Alan, you are onto something. The powers to be are petrified of you because, as usual, you have touched the base across the country. And the Liberal Party is in big trouble. The members are angry. They're a little bit angry with Malcolm Turnbull. This is like something like I've never witnessed before. It's heartbreaking, Alan. And then people, and I get so upset because I'm so drained from taking the calls from businesses that have supported the Liberal Party, from people that have lost their jobs, can't feed their kids. It's been awful, Alan. It's been awful, and thank God for you. Thank God.
It's insane. That's Tina McQueen, the Liberal Party Vice President. That's insane. That's the infrastructure. That is amazing that is happening. And on top of that, just to add insult into injury, Professor Augusto Zimmermann, PhD, this is what he said. "It's time to resist the Morrison regime. I have no confidence in the Prime Minister. He's an authoritarian ruler who takes pleasure in imposing his arbitrary will upon the Australian people, and by all means if necessary. It is time for the Australian people to lawfully resist the Morrison regime. It is time for we, the people, to tell his oppressive government that enough is enough." Augusto Zimmermann. Something is going on here, guys, and I don't fully understand it myself. All I know is that in recent weeks, there have been wounds that have been reopened in the Liberal Party, and a ton of people are leaving it in droves. I've been called and messaged by hundreds, I literally mean hundreds of Liberal Party members that are just getting out because they are upset with the government, so-called conservative government. This is massive. This is absolutely massive. You know, we had protests a couple of weeks ago, and that's really lit a fire under the butts of a lot of these Liberal Party leadership and a lot of the people that have been upset with the Liberal Party. They've found that, the protests made the big ask. That's how I ask it, as Donald Trump might say. The protests made the big ask: end the lockdown, an answer on Ivy, no vaccine passports, and also no mandatory jab. Now, they made the big ask, and I think it's a reasonable ask, but what's happening now is the Liberal Party members have found their intestinal fortitude. They found their balls, per se. And it's really interesting to watch because the Liberal Party is literally crumbling from the inside. You can see how worked up I am about it because I didn't think this was going to happen. I genuinely didn't think this was going to happen. It's kind of scary because we're in uncharted territory right now. And I think the Liberal Party knows it. So this is why on the weekend, when there was the fake protest that was happening, that the media organised and the media tried to incite but failed because they have no clout with the Australian people. When that was going on, I said, don't go out and protest. I said, email your MPs because this is what's been going on. This is what I've been listening to the last week since the fallout of the protest. There are tons of people that are watching this right now, journalists, media presenters, they're listening to what I'm saying on this. You need to watch out for this. The Liberal Party are leaving in droves. Now, some of these people, including former Premier of Queensland, Campbell Newman, there are allusions that he's going to be going to a party like the Liberal Democrat Party. Now, this isn't an endorsement. However, the Liberal Democrat Party have actually been quite right on lockdowns, on the sovereignty of the human body, and against vaccine passports. I think that there's something that's going on there. And I think that people like Ross Cameron and John Ruddick, the guy who wrote this book, Make the Liberal Party Great Again, they've moved over there already from what I've been told. I think this is going to be really interesting to keep an eye on. If they come to the next election with, experienced people like that, with the right sort of integrity on these particular issues, because we don't trust anyone right now. I'm right there with you guys. I don't like any political party at this point in time. And if they come with the right party platform, we might be looking at an option, a viable option to go against the major parties. I don't think they'll win government, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be one of the biggest FUs we've seen in Australian history if this works. I don't know what to say. I was gobsmacked. I saw some of this late last week, and I was like, my gosh, this is insane. I was going to film something for you guys, but as you know, I've got to run everything by my lawyer, and I was waiting for the last video to come back. But this is crazy. This is insane. If this keeps gathering and snowballing out of control, we might be looking at a semi-collapse of the Liberal National Party. I mean, we know there are underlying problems there. I mean, the National Party said no to a Senate candidate like John Anderson, former Deputy Prime Minister of Australia. He served under John Howard. I think there's something there, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out. Watch this space. This isn't an endorsement of the Liberal Democrat Party, but it is a 100% endorsement of leaving the major parties, especially the Liberal Party. They have betrayed the vision of Robert Menzies, a man that coddled together 21 or 22 minor parties, and they've betrayed the vision that he set out for a great, strong Australia. If you are for some odd reason in one of these major political parties, leave now, and you tell them exactly why you're leaving. They need you more than you need them, trust me. Have a look at it and check out what's going on, and keep hitting me up. All of you that have been sending messages, keep hitting me up, because you guys are my eyes and ears. Thank you so much. You guys keep an eye out for the next video, and remember to share this video. Cheers.